Hello, everybody. My name is Jameth Mikan. I am a world language teacher at Cedric Middle School in West Hartford, Connecticut. And today I thought I'd discuss a little bit about iOS systems in both iPhones and iPads and how to actually use that, not just in an ecosystem like Flipgrid or, for example, like Edpuzzle, but how do you really use the technology that most of the kids are using? How do you really use it effectively to self-teach, right? And I think the most important aspect for me personally for learning languages is audio input. And now for French specifically, what students have a lot of difficulty with is pronunciation. So how do you keep on, ramming this pronunciation in their head? The only way is really listen, 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 and read. So this bimodal technique, I think, is probably one of the most effective techniques. So the question is, how do you do that with your phone? So I'm going to just show you. We're going to switch to the screen soon. And I'm going to show you how I use it on my phone. So here we go. So as you can see right now that you're looking at my screen. You can see I'm going to go right into newspapers. So one of the very first one, newspapers. And I'm going to go into Le Monde. Okay, I'm going to go right into pretty much the New York Times of France. So let's just go into an article. I was looking at some of these articles here before. So here we are. We have an article about Poland. And, here we go. As a language learner, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. So I copy it, I highlight it, and this is what's so cool about this technique is you could highlight anything. You could highlight any newspaper article as long as the app allows you to. You can highlight any Google document. You can highlight any Word document. And instead of having to download extensions like a Chrome extension or anything else like with Google, you don't have to. You just open up a couple tabs in your iPhone or your iPad and everything is going to be fluid. So how do we do that? The selections are copier, chercher, traduire, et partager. So we don't have speak here, and that's what we want. We want speak. So I don't see that here, right? So let's figure out how do we actually put speak so I can hear it play back. I'm going to go into settings right here. And you're going to see in settings that you have something called accessibility right here. So I'm going to go into accessibility right in the middle of the screen, right here, right below home screen. I click on that. And you're going to see that there's voiceover, we have zoom, display, text size, motion. Well, we want to go to spoken content. Click on spoken content and just select speak selection. Now, with speak selection, now I can go back to that article. I can go back to this article. I can click on it. And now I have something called énoncé. And I think whatever language you're reading in, it'll say it in that language. So I'm going to hit énoncé and just listen to what happens.
Avec le vote d'une loi qui centralise fortement le système éducatif, parents d'élèves et experts redoutent une mise au pas idéologique de l'école. L'instruction civique est remplacée par des cours d'histoire contemporaine, conformes à la vision du parti droit et justice, qui.
Pretty neat, right? It read it back to me. Now, it goes further. What's also interesting is if I wanted to make it even more specific, I would just click on speak screen right here. So I click on speak screen, right? And you have right here, highlight content. Okay? Highlight content. So I'm going to click on the highlight content and I'm going to open it up. And you have display a cursor around the selected item during speak on touch. Highlight text according to the following setting for speak and select and speak screen. So if I go, I want to do background color and I want to do words and sentences. Now, for sentence color, I can pick pink. Let's go blue. I like blue. So I'm going to pick blue, right, for the sentence color. And for word color, yellow. That's a good one. I could do yellow, right? So you're going to see what happens now when I go back to this this reading. So I'm going to go back to the reading right here. I'm going to just click on it again. And now I'm going to hit énoncé again. Watch what happens.
Avec le vote d'une loi qui centralise fortement le système éducatif, parents d'élèves et experts redoutent une mise au pas idéologique de l'école. L'instruction civique est remplacée par des cours d'histoire contemporaine, conformes à la vision du parti droit et justice, qui.
There you go. So you can see how it highlighted the whole sentence structure in blue, and then it highlighted each word in yellow as it said it. Now, if I go back again, spoken content, I go back onto the highlight content, and let's just change the color to I'll show you. So let's just change the sentence color to purple. Let's change it to purple. I go back to this again, and I click on it, and we're going to see, I'm going to hit énoncer, and look what happens.
Avec le vote d'une loi qui centralise fortement le système
So you can play around with it, and
éducatif,
kids love that. Kids love
parents
changing
d'élèves et
colors and
experts
messing around with
redoutent une
it.
mise au pas
But now I can hear
idéologique
what
de
I'm reading.
l'école.
It's bimodal. I turned it in my phone into a bimodal system. You can do the exact same thing with your iPads. And I know you can do that with your laptops, but since we have these in our pocket most of the time, and the computation is so strong, I think it makes sense to really develop those language skills and those language techniques and learning techniques around the devices that we carry in our pocket. So again, if we go back to this, now let's see. Let's go to the voices right here. You can see, I think this is how you actually do it. So if I go to the voices, which is interesting, I could change the voice. So if I go to French, I could change voice to Chantal, Nicolas, Siri. And then what happens is this is how I control the speaking rate. So maybe if I want to go super fast right here.
Avec le vote d'une loi qui centralise fortement le système éducatif, parents d'élèves et experts redoutent une mise au pas idéologique de l'école. L'instruction civique est remplacée.
So you can see how it goes super fast now. Well, let's go back into that, and let's just slow it down. We'll slow it down to
La fonction énoncée, la sélection. Avec le vote d'une loi qui centralise fortement le système éducatif, parents d'élèves et experts.
You get the point. And you can control it perfectly, and you can even control the voice. If you want a male voice, you can do a male voice. If you want Siri, you can do Siri. If you want a female voice, you can do a female voice. So you can really pick a la carte the voices that you want to read back to you. And so you do the same thing. So let me do Italian. Italian I have Alice, but if I want Luca, I could pick Luca. And the speaking rate for Italian, once I really put on the speak selection and the speak screen feature, and I make sure that the highlight content is activated, right? Then it's pretty easy. Every single article that I read should be able to be read back. So let's go into Italian. Let's go into Spanish. Let's go into El País. And let's go into an article that's interesting. I was reading one earlier about Andalusia right here. These beaches are gorgeous, by the way. If you don't know Cabo de Gata, yeah. So I'm highlighting it, and let's just see. Now I'm going to hit speak.
La Junta de Andalucía ha dado un paso más para la apertura de un hotel de 30 habitaciones y 70 plazas de aparcamiento en pleno Parque Natural Cabo de Gata, Níjar.
Well, let's go to another one. Let's go to another one. Let's go to another article. Let's go to an Italian one. Let's go to La Repubblica. Okay. So now I'm going to highlight this, and I'll highlight something a little bit tinier, smaller, so it doesn't go as long. Okay, now let's hit speak.
La sofferenza per la morte della madre, il disagio sempre più forte del padre novantenne.
Unbelievable, right? I mean, literally any language you could highlight and could have it read back to you. So just think about the power of that. If you're a language lover, if you really like learning languages, if you're a student who wants to extend your learning, literally anything on your phone, pretty much anything. You don't have to add extensions. You don't have to add any applications or download stuff from the App Store. You just have to open up that feature, select those, and when you highlight any article, you could read it back to you, and you can control the format of the colors. And you can see there's a translate option here. That could be a whole other lesson, because now if I want to, I could translate everything. So there you go. That's how you turn your iPhone or your iPad into a bimodal machine. You can listen and read at the same time in any language. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Why are you going to use this? To improve your pronunciation and rhythm. You can tell that sometimes it's a little bit robotic, but you can control that by downloading other voices. And keep in mind that every year, every update, it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So every time there's an update, you have more tools in your toolbox. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, how to turn your iPad or iPhone into a bimodal machine, so you can listen and look and read in any article or in any writing, Word, Pages, Google Docs, Any of those, you don't have to add extensions. You could just do it right from your phone. So it's pretty powerful. I hope this helps. And there you go. Take care. Bye-bye.